Hello. Let's talk about racism. First, let me define racism according to whoever wrote the dictionary, but I believe he was a white man. Racism is defined as the belief that your race is superior to someone else's race. Racism is prejudice, discrimination, and or antagonism directed against someone of a different race based on the belief that your own race is superior. That's what the white man, whoever wrote the dictionary, defines as racism. Now, I'm not going to define racism in my words, but I'm going to explain it to you guys the way I understand it, the way I visualize it these days, and what I understand about it. Racism has nothing to do with the color of your skin. Racism has nothing to do with your origins. Racism today, like we see it in America or in other parts of the world, is fear. Allow me to explain myself. If you know the history of South Africa, when Mandela was in prison, they didn't put him in prison because he violated anybody. They didn't put him in prison because he was wrong about anything he was doing. They put him in prison as the means to stop his potential. And the only reason why he came out was because at some point, African people realized that they had potential. They spoke louder. They made way more noise and more sound than anybody could handle them. So they let Mandela out after 27 years of prison. Now when he came out, there was fear. Fear amongst white people. What was this fear? The fear that when a black man takes power, what will happen to the white man? Because see, when a white man is in power, all he does is stomp upon other people. When a white man is in power, he has his own best interest at heart, and it doesn't matter how he or she gets there, they're going to get to wherever they're going. That's the difference between black and us black people. I'm black. As a black person, I have no intention of becoming the director of a company and firing every white person. No, that's a white person mentality. And you're going to say, yeah, that's mean. No, that's the problem. White people understood that we have resources as black people. We have resources as Africans. We have resources as African Americans. And they led us to think that either we don't have enough or we need help to sort of guide this potential, to sort of guide these resources. And we believe them because we're so focused on what it looks like and what it sounds like. Racism has nothing to do with how you look and how you sound. It's about what's inside of you. And somehow, the white men can see it way better than we can see it in our own selves. And they're after that. They're not after you, not after your name, they're not after your voice, they're not after how you dress or look, they're after what they know you can do with just your vocals, with just speaking out. Just the fact of doing a recording and putting online and blessing your black people with knowledge, that is scary to white people. Why? Because you're speaking the truth and you're liberating your brothers. A free black man is fear. One free black man causes so much fear into a flock of white people. Not because we're savages or we don't know what to do with our freedom, but because they know how much potential God has implanted in a black person. Today, I am not here to bash a white person. No, this is not about white people. This is a message to any black person out there. This is a message to any person of color that feels like they have been discriminated against because of their color. And if that's you, a white person listening to this, so be it. But I'm black, so charity begins at home. So excuse me and allow me to speak to the people of home first. See, white people have understood that if they allow us to reach our potential, they're in a mess. They're in a mess for two things, because we're going to regulate things out here. Second of all, They have this fear that if we get in power, or when we get in power, because it's a question of time now, it's a matter of time before we start waking up and realizing what's happening. It's the fear that when we get into power, we'll seek revenge. What they have not seen yet is in history, when you give power to a black man, what he or she does is uplift his brothers, is uplift the people, it's uplift people around him and create a family environment. We don't have time for revenge. We don't have time to sit here and count every stone thrown at us because we use those stones to build. The problem with us black people, brother, sister, is that we're focused on the wrong thing. We honestly believe that white people or other colored people hate us black people because we look like this, because we look like that. No. Think about it. How many white people do they call each other bro? My nigga. High five, sag their pants, dance to hip hop and R&B. How many white people have jumped into rap and R&B music and sound just black? You listen to the radio and you really believe it's a black person singing or rapping, and when you see the video, like, oh damn, it was a white person. White people are into our culture. They love us. They just can't believe how good we are. But all in all is, my dad used to say, if you can't beat your enemy as an enemy, become his friend. And that's what they do. Because being our enemies doesn't work. So they do both. They try to be our friends, get into our circles, kind of see how our mind works, and they mind fuck us. Let me say it again. They get into our circles, see how our mind works, and the mind fuck us. Why? Because we're so focused on the wrong things. How we look, how we sound, who's a bad bitch, who got more moolah, who can flaunt on Instagram and Facebook when they're sitting out here building real shit. When they're sitting here putting $30,000 in their bank account a year for their children to go to college. We're busy investing in weaves and how we look online and how people perceive us. We're busy posting 199 pictures of our children with Jordans and, little tattoos and hair so we can get all likes, when they're behind the scenes saying, look at those little monkeys. We're still monkeys, and I say this every day to my brothers. We're free, but we're not free. We're not held captive by anybody but ourselves. We keep thinking that we're captives. And they're never gonna come down and tell you, you're free, right? As long as you think you're captive and that somebody is against you and, people are doing this to us and against us, they want to keep us there thinking like that. That feary mentality. We fear them. I don't know if we fear them or we just appear like we fear them. It's time to shift things around. Racism has nothing to do with who you are or how you talk or what kind of color your skin is. It's about wake up. Wake up is because you have potential. Obama has been president. It has not been white people affected by this, unless they want to let it affect them because they're racist and they're scared. They live in fear. Obama shakes hands with white people like nothing. We don't have a problem with white people. White people have a problem with us and our potential. And I think it's time for us as a black people, as a black community, to wake up. If they have gotten to a point where they cannot talk us out of our potential anymore, so they're going to physically try to stop us. And we're sitting here fighting the wrong battles. We want to show that we can speak louder, make noise, bang on doors. No. Sometimes power is in silence. Sometimes power is in backing up and saying, you know what? You're good. You're right. Be the bigger person. Take the higher road. And I'm not sitting here saying it's okay to get shot or, that's why we're getting shot. But I'm saying that we could avoid a lot of shit that's happening to us. Because even in demanding justice, we're yelling and screaming when we have lawyers. We have real people up there that could literally debate on TV, make a whole show. We have BET, we have all these things. But we'd rather sit there on the couch and watch Bad Girls Club. What's that show? Scandal, The Real Housewife, and all that. When we could actually get a talk show with black people that come in and express themselves. And teach all the black people that we're not in a box anymore. Stop sitting here and perpetrating things that happened 3,000 years ago because our foreparents didn't understand that they had any potential. You and I know, as Africans, as black people, how big and how smart we can be. Damn it, Obama was president for 8 damn years. We did it. We did what people never thought was gonna happen, and we did it. And we can score. We can sit here and keep scores of how many good things Obama has done, and everybody can sit there and whatever. He didn't do nothing. He fucked up the country. Whatever. Y'all know his record. You know what Obama got in position and what he did. That's enough. Stop focusing about what they say that we didn't do or we cannot do, and stop realizing what we can do. We don't have to yell about it. We don't have to scream about it. We don't have to curse, bang, and break things about it. Be calm about it. There's something about being calm and serene that freaks people out. If people know how to get to us by just coming here and say, oh man, you a nigga. And everybody just jumps up like, what? You calling me a nigga? What? Man, we've been called niggas for how many damn years? I'm African, like really, I'm the real nigga. When a white person called me nigga, I ain't gonna lie. It rubs me off the wrong way, but I look at it and I say, you know what? You're so ignorant. Because I'm in a position today where a white man has applied, but I have that position. A white man has applied, but cannot get that position. And I have so much intellectual things in my head. And it's not a white man that gave that to me. It was God-given. And I believe every single black person that's going to listen to this video, that's going to listen to this audio recording, you know how good you are. You're just scared. You know how good you are. You just don't want to believe how good you can be. You know how good God made you, but you're scared. You're waiting for the approval of another person, and usually another person is a white man. Because black people were scared of even getting to a certain level of success. So we try to drag each other down like, yo, bro, you better not go too high now. Come on now, chill. No. It's not about being for the people. No, it's about being you. You're a black person and you were blessed. That's a blessing. We have way more resources, mentally, intellectually, physically. Do you know how many white people want to look like black people? Yet, we sit here trying to bleach our skin. We sit here trying to sound out right. No. It's okay to be you. Stop being brainwashed and whitewashed. Be who you are, a black person. Eat what you eat. It's all over. Even in our nutrition, we have adapted us African people to what other people eat. Because we're so ashamed of how we eat and how we talk. And people tell me all the time, oh, do you eat with your hands? White people eat with their damn hands. But we're ashamed of that. No, we have forks. No, there are meals that everybody eats with their hands. Stop being ashamed of your origin. And stop thinking that somebody, somewhere, somehow is going to come here and make black beautiful. We got to make black beautiful. Stop thinking that, oh my gosh, some people owe us. The white people is going to apologize. They're never going to apologize. Sometimes, when you don't get respect given to you, you got to take it. And you don't have to take it by pushing and punching people. You just got to rise up and realize that, hey, I know my potential. And you ain't going to step on me like that no more. We ain't got to yell about it. We ain't got to curse about it. You don't have to like me, but you're going to respect me. Racism, to me, is fear. Fear that the black person would attain his or her own full potential. You don't always have to talk about what you're doing or what you're going to do. Just do it. That's it. White people don't sit here and post online that, well, I think I'm going to open Facebook. No, bam, they opened Facebook. Oh, I think I'm going to open a store. Bam, they open a store. It's about doing it. Stop talking so much, black people. Stop talking so much. It's too many videos of black people talking about what they're going to do against this or that. And that's where we get caught. Because listen, internet wasn't invented by no damn black person. It wasn't invented by the white person. So everything we put out there, they see it, they hear it, and they know how to interfere into our business. This is the wake up call, brothers. If you are African, if you are simply black, I love you from the bottom of my heart. And I pray that with this recording, you wake up. You understand that, hey, rise up. Martin Luther King had a dream that everybody will walk together, not just physically, but really because we're all intellectual, because we're smart enough for all that. How do you think all those black people did what they did? Because they realized who they were and how far they could go. Wake up. Rise up.